By the end of this story, my landlord couldn't even look me in the eye, and he was the one writing me a check. But 3 months earlier, I didn't feel safe in my own apartment. And it was all because of one thing, a spare key he refused to stop using. Hey, I'm Nora, and this is a karma story, real situations, and the moment karma finally shows up. When I signed the lease, my landlord, I'll call him Mr. Dale, seemed like the easygoing type. Older guy, owned 3 units in the building, always smiling at the walkthrough. He even said, "Don't worry, I'm not the type to bother my tenants." I believed him. I had no reason not to. The first few weeks were normal. Then one afternoon, I came home from the store and my apartment door was unlocked. Not broken into, unlocked, like someone had just let themselves out. I figured maybe I forgot to lock it. I let it go. 2 weeks later, I was in the shower and I heard footsteps in my living room. I froze. I wrapped a towel around myself, walked out, and there was Mr. Dale standing by my window, tapping on the frame like he was inspecting it. "Oh, don't mind me," he said. "Just checking this window seal. Won't be a minute." He hadn't knocked. He hadn't texted. He'd used his spare key and just walked in while I was in the shower. I confronted him properly this time. I told him this wasn't okay, that I needed advance notice before he came in, no exceptions. And his response? "I own this building. I can enter whenever I need to check on my property." That sentence sat wrong with me all night, because it's not just his property while I'm living there, it's my home. And I started to feel something I never expected to feel in my... So I did what I probably should have done after the first unlocked door. I actually looked up my rights as a tenant. Turns out, in most places, a landlord is legally required to give at least 24 to 48 hours written notice before entering, except in a genuine emergency, checking the furnace when nothing was broken. Not an emergency. Not even close. From that point on, I started documenting everything. Every entry, every date, every note he left, every text where he brushed me off. I even installed a cheap video doorbell camera pointed at my own front door, not to catch a stranger. To catch him. 3 days later, the camera caught it. Mr. Dale, letting himself in with his spare key, no notice, no text, nothing, while I was at work. Time-stamped, clear as day. I didn't yell. I didn't even confront him in person. I sent him one certified letter. In it, the exact law about entry notice in our state, every documented date he'd violated it, and the video timestamp to match. I let him know that one more unauthorized entry, and I'd be filing a formal complaint with the local housing authority and pursuing damages for violation of my right to quiet enjoyment of the property. I have never seen a man change his tune that fast. He called me within the hour, suddenly very apologetic, offering 2 months of reduced rent as a gesture of goodwill, and swore he'd never enter again without written notice. He kept that promise. And a few weeks later, my neighbor mentioned he'd been doing the exact same thing to her, until word got around that I'd pushed back. After that, Mr. Dale actually changed his entry policy for the whole building. And that's the thing about karma, it's got great timing and it always finds a way in. I'm Nora, and I'll see you in the next story.